So it wouldn't be another day that ends in Y if Elon Musk wasn't making people melt down. You know, people look at Elon Musk as this just evil bad guy that took what was once their echo chamber of Twitter and turned it into a fairly open free speech platform, sort of, for the most part. Obviously, X still has its issues that we talk about all the time, but it's a hell of a lot better than it ever was prior. Now, ultimately, Elon Musk has now made them melt down again because he started talking about video games. And Elon Musk has showcased himself playing video games before, especially Diablo 4. I don't know how much of a gamer he actually is, but considering how much of a troll he is, I gotta imagine he probably is a big time gamer. But yes, Elon Musk is making them melt down, all because he is talking about why DEI and the woke mind virus kills the art of video games.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, anytime Elon Musk decides to want to speak, the world is going to watch and they're going to melt down half of the time. And that's just how it goes when someone like Elon Musk eventually speaks on a subject like this. And you're going to have people from all sides trying to chime in, and that's perfectly fine. That's the entire point of having an open discussion like on the platform X. You have a discussion like that so that people could get their opinions out there and let the world decide which way they want to swing. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Elon Musk recently explained why he believes that the DEI agenda and the woke mind virus kills the art of video games. During a town hall, Musk was asked, with recent flops like Concord and Dustborn, games are prioritizing pronouns and things like that and stuff instead of actual gameplay. So I was wondering, have you ever thought about making your own game studio and making an impact on the industry? After describing the inclusion of pronouns as annoying, Musk answered, if there is one actual thing that would be a fun thing to do, it would be to start a gaming studio, because I do actually intrinsically love video games. And I think if you apply sort of AI to video games, you could really make incredible video games. Now, that worries me a little bit, the whole AI thing, because again, man, AI, even though it is rapidly progressing and it is evolving, I don't want AI making video games. You know what I mean? I want there to be creativity. I want there to be a passion from a human being making video games, because that's when you truly hit it, right? Like, that's when you really hit it out the park and you come out with games that have been legendary. You know what I mean? If you look back at history, you'll realize that a lot of the biggest names in games are by far made by passionate developers, a passionate team that no matter what, didn't matter how long it took, it didn't matter how many times they had to delay it. I'm looking at you, old school Blizzard. It didn't matter. They would delay it and they would work on it, and they would make sure that shit was top tier when it came out and as little bugs as humanly possible, especially before the days of the internet and online gaming. So you have those games made by those passionate people. I don't necessarily want AI to take over. You can have AI help, but I don't want AI to take over and make the video games completely, because then you're losing that human element, which will make the story so amazing if you just catch it right, which unfortunately we just struggle to do that these days because of certain aspects. He then explained why DEI and the woke mind virus kills art. Just generally for content, the problem with sort of the DEI and woke mind virus is that it kills the art. When you can see something that is forcibly imposed on a story and is discordant, it destroys the art. And now it's hard to enjoy the story. It kicks you out of the story because you could just feel like you're being lectured, he added. Now, the second part I agree with. The first part I find ironic because, again, he mentions AI in game development and then talks about DEI and woke mind virus killing art in the second paragraph. I feel like both of them would kill art. You know what I mean? It just depends on who is utilizing the AI, I suppose. But just because you have someone that isn't woke using the AI doesn't mean that the art's not going to be killed, because it might look like a generic AI imagery. The problem with AI right now is that for the most part, you can still catch it. You can still see that somebody used AI to make this. There's some signs there. You know what I mean? But yes, it does kill art. DEI and woke mind virus stuff does kill art, but AI, I feel like, kills art from a human element as well. The second part I fully agree with, okay? The second part in terms of kicking you out the story because you could just feel like being lectured. I'm telling you right now, man, if the leaks are true about Dragon Age the Veilguard and the Kunari, one of the Kunari main characters, if she decides to say that she's non-binary in the game, which apparently according to the leaks, that's going to happen. She introduces herself as non-binary. If that's the case, that's the kind of shit that takes you out of the element, right? That's the kind of stuff that makes you go from, wow, I'm playing this awesome fantasy world, to, did I just walk into California? You know what I mean? Like, you just completely get taken out of the experience and it ruins it for you. So that I agree with. That second part I absolutely agree with. In a post to X, Much shared his comments and declared DEI kills art, which we already know because this DEI kills art, he loves posting this because it goes massively viral on X every time he does it. Musk's comment echo what J.R.R. Tolkien said in his On Fairy Stories essay. He noted that a story maker is proven a successful sub-creator when he makes a secondary world which your mind can enter inside it when he relates as true it according to the laws of that world. You therefore believe it while you are, as it were, inside. However, he added the moment disbelief arises, the spell is broken, the magic, or rather the art has failed, you are then out in the primary world again, looking at the little abortive secondary world from the outside. Now, this is, oh God, J.R.R. Tolkien just has a way of saying things, and it is incredible. And that's why I laugh every time these writers think that they can write the book that Tolkien never wrote when they clearly can't. They don't have the skill, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the intelligence to do it. It's very obvious. But J.R.R. Tolkien is on the money with this statement here because it is so true. You go to these fake worlds, right? You play games to escape. Everybody knows that, right? You play games to escape, just like you might read a book to escape. You might read manga to escape. You might whatever, right? You'll do all this stuff to escape from reality, even if it's for a little bit, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, some of you 6 hours, whatever. You do it to escape. But at the end of the day, if in your escape, you all of a sudden get reminded about the real world, not just once, but twice, multiple times, you're out of it, right? Like, it completely takes you out. You're not going to play as long. You're probably going to log off at that point, right? I swear, like, if I'm playing Dragon Age and the moment I hear the character say I'm non-binary, I'm logging off. Like, I'm done, all right? Because I'm trying to get involved in the world of Thetis. I'm not trying to get involved in the world of Earth Thetis. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to explore the world that was designed and the world that was created that is different from the world that I am in every single day. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same exact way. Nobody wants to play a video game to get reminded of the real world. That's the entire opposite point of what video games are for. So at the end of the day, man, this is just more proof that people are catching on. And when somebody as big as Elon Musk is talking about this, thankfully, he's going to bring a lot of eyes and attention to that particular conversation and that entire argument that's happening on our particular side. He may not represent it as well because, again, I don't agree with the AI thing, but ultimately it at least gets the conversation going, which is exactly what the other side doesn't want, right? They don't want conversation. They want echo chambers. They want to be able to say what they want to say, and you would not be allowed to say what you want to say. They want you censored, they want you suppressed, and they want freedom of speech for them, but not for you. And then when they get offended by what you say, they want to be able to cancel you. They want to be able to go after your money. They want to go after you as a person. They want to be able to go after everything that you own and try to ruin you and tear you down. So at the end of the day, Elon Musk talking about this stuff is huge, and I hope it continues for the betterment of the conversation moving forward as we get further and further into this entire nonsense known as the gaming industry. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate if you could like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.